Go. Let me. Hey, Jason Rice here, another lot party. Quick tip. Sorry about this slowdown here. It seemed like it took a little bit to go live. All right, so I hope this is going good. I'm going to pull this up on Facebook also just to make sure. I want to go over a quick tip on both inventory management and lead management. Okay, there's the lead management processes that are killing your used car operations. Okay, and I want to go over again, these two things got to go together. Okay, and I'll explain to you why, and I'm going to show you some of my screens here. But it's really hard to effectively manage inventory, not give up gross, and keep the inventory turning without looking at the lead management portion of the leads coming in on these cars. Okay, I'm going to show you some data, hiding the dealer's name, but this is a live store. And let me go ahead and share my screen now. This right here is a dealer with 154 cars in stock. Okay, 154 cars in stock. Now, one of the things that we found that most dealers will have anywhere when it comes to leads, 60 to 70%. If I go look at 60 days of leads, 60 to 70% of those leads are on cars that are sold. Okay, now the better operator you are, meaning the more better photos, more aggressively priced, faster you're turning your inventory, the more of your leads will be on cars that sold. Some dealers up to 80% of their leads are on cars that sold. And or the longer you hold on to leads, you don't give up on them after 20, 30 days and move them to lost. You're going to want these leads in your system because of what we call switch leads. So here's, let me show you a point. Out of the 154 cars, they have 638 leads. Now, of those 638 leads, okay, 437 of them are on vehicles out of stock. Okay. So I think that number equals about 68%. Now, you don't want to give up on these leads. Let me show you. I'm going to take these leads and isolate to the vehicles that are out of stock. All right. So let's take a car and take a leads that have a vehicle that are out of stock. And from there, I can also isolate those to ones with no switches. So what we mean by switches, let me tell you something here real quick. This particular lead here is a 3-day-old lead, okay, on a Honda HRV. Now, was this customer really looking for a Honda HRV, or are they looking for a 21 grand car? Now, what we mean by switch is we want to see I think customers will be segment and budget loyal. So they're going to say, hey, I want a compact SUV around 20 to 25 grand. I want a large pickup truck around 40 grand. Yes, they may prefer a F-150 or maybe a Honda HRV. But a lot of people are also going to be more budget conscious than make model conscious. So this happens to be obviously a compact SUV at 21 grand. So I need to know, do I happen to have any other compact SUVs around this price point to talk to this customer about? And sure enough, this dealership has 18 other compact SUVs around this price point. Here's another 2020 HRV LX, same price point, a little bit different in miles, okay? But because this one had 20,006, this one's 25.8. But they got other HRVs. They've got maybe a Jeep Compass they might be interested in. And so if I could take that lead and switch them to another vehicle in my inventory, that'll help when I'm managing my inventory. If I don't have any leads on a car, do I have any switches? And again, it'll be segment, and then we do price, meaning anywhere you can customize it, but generically we run at 2,500 below, 2,500 ahead. So if somebody wanted a large pickup truck at 40 grand, I need to know, do I have, and it sells, do I have any other large pickup trucks 37.5 to 42.5? But that's not what I want to talk to you about on process. Here's what I want to talk to you about process. Now, this came from Jonathan Schreiber. He's our internet analyst who helps dealers with lead management. And I'm going to take all these cars, all these leads on vehicles that are sold that do not have any switches. Okay. Now there happens to be 146 of these. Jonathan pointed out there's a big underlining problem with managing leads based on the age of the lead. Because if I take these 146 leads and I sort them by ascending contact age, check this out. There's a 23-day-old lead we contacted yesterday with no switches. Here's a 30-day-old lead on a Corvette with no switches. Here's a 35-day-old lead on a BMW with no switches. Here's a 45-day-old lead we called yesterday on a Colorado, no switches. Look at these leads that we're still working consistently, even though they're 30, 23, 45 days old, and we don't have nothing to talk to them about. The car they wanted is gone, and we don't have another Corvette to sell this person. So here we are, we're following up with all these leads, probably because our CRM is saying, hey, do a 10-day call, do a 14-day email, regardless of the inventory stocking status or anything with my inventory. So why does that matter? Well, let me reset this all, and let's go back to all their inventory again and all their leads. Okay. Now, let's take all my cars that I happen to have leads that I'm talking about where the vehicle's still in stock, an active lead, and cars I can actually still sell them something. And then I sort this by descending. So remember, we have 30-day-old leads that we have no switches that we're calling an email on, sold cars that, we're calling an email and following up with. But here we are with a 35-day-old lead that we haven't contacted for 35 days on a 38-day-old car. Here's a 56-day-old car with a 47-day-old lead. We haven't contacted in 47 days. Here's a 70-day-old car. We haven't contacted this lead in 41 days, 33 days. These are active leads on cars still in stock. Okay. And even some switcher. Here's a 30-day-old lead on this Honda CRV. And now all of a sudden, let's call and email this customer. Why are we following up with active leads on sold cars? I have nothing I can do to help them out with. I'm spending hours a day doing that, but not following up with the active leads on cars still in stock. Or let's take it a step further. Let's go take it and look at the cars, leads that have a vehicle out of stock. But guess what? They have switches. So let's first call and email all the leads that we have in stock. And then let's call all the customers that are on a vehicle that's sold, but we actually may have switches. But again, we haven't contacted in 56 days. Here's a lead with 21 switch opportunities. We haven't contacted them in 55 days. There's 291 opportunities here. So I'm going to pull you back to myself, stop sharing screens. But these are processes that are killing your used car operations. Take an example, if I have a large pickup truck problem, okay, my trucks are sitting. Well, I should be calling and emailing those truck leads every day, every other day, regardless of the age of the lead. Then I want to take all the leads that are on trucks still in stock, call them first. Then I'm going to call and email any lead that was on a truck that sold that might match a vehicle that's still in stock and get that going. So managing leads based on an age of the lead is irrelevant to where the customer is in their buying cycle, but it's really irrelevant to issues on my lot. So Jonathan, again, one of our analysts, shout out to him because he was pointing this out in our company meeting where he's seen this time and time again. We're spending all of our time and energy following up with leads. There's no relevancy to what's in stock. If I can increase the contact ratio of leads that still have vehicles in stock, and if I can increase contact ratio on my truck problem, or if I can increase contact ratio on active leads on sold cars, but I have something else to sell them, your closing percentage go up, your inventories, actually your closing percentage gets thrown out of whack because, again, you have a lot of leads on sold cars. That's another conversation, but your units sold, your used car volume starts moving better. You don't have to drop your price, right? If you have 1 or 2 leads on a car, but 10 switch opportunities, let's work those 2 leads that are on this car, and then all those switch opportunities before I pull that drop the price lever. Or I have a car that I am a little bit maybe high in because I'm losing money, so I price it at 102%, and it's 20 days old, but I don't want to drop the price because I'm already losing $200 because somebody stepped up on it at the lane or on a trade. So here I am at 102%, 20 days old. I know I probably need to drop the price because I have no leads, no activity, but guess what? You might have 8 to 10 switch opportunities. Let's call and email them first. They don't know your high price. They're looking at this car over here. I'm doing comparables. They weren't even thinking about this car, but it fits their budget. So it might work, and you might be able to get them on it. It happens on the showroom floor all the time. So do it with your virtual lot and your virtual leads. Hope this tip was helpful. If you'd like to see, again, how we can help you, we'll combine your inventory and lead management. Doesn't matter what inventory management tool you're on. We're not here to replace them. They do a great job, market data, appraisals, wholesale data. And then CRMs. We work with half a dozen or dozen CRMs and combine these two worlds so you can work both inventory and leads, because again, it's very, very hard to be an effective used car inventory manager without understanding the lead and flow of these. Don't give up on these leads. Keep them active so you can have those switch opportunities and keep working them. Stretch those leads out. You're already paying for them anyways. Again, lotpop.com. If you think this is helpful, check you out. check you out next time. Check me out next time. Hopefully I'll